What's going on, fuckers? And welcome back to another exciting edition of them hard motherfucking feelings.
Oh, yeah.
I'm your host,
Who stinks?
Hank Foley, coming at you from the icebox.
Woo!
Perfectly chilled this fucking weekend.
Chilly.
Woo! I love it. Shaking off a little bit of a cold. I apologize. Raspy voice.
Me too.
Co-host, real jerk off across the table from me, Kevin James Ryan.
Hey, thanks for having me. This is fun to be here. You fucking pussies. What's up, everybody? Shout out to the goddamn fucking homies, baby.
Love 'em.
The $10 homies, $20 homies, $50, $400 homies.
Love spending the weekend with the squad.
Yeah, strap in, clear that schedule, nothing to do.
Yeah, not too bad. The battle of the black tees continues, ladies and gentlemen.
Sure.
A war of attrition. A war of inches.
A war of nutrition.
Sure. How about a nice quick shout out to our producer extraordinaire, the Magic Man, makes us all look good, also wearing a black tee.
Uh-oh. He's got a little decal.
He got a little decal. One of his bands that he likes to listen to on his 8-track tapes. T-Bone McScruffin's Toby McMullen, everybody.
What up, boys?
What up,
dude?
T-Barnes?
How you feeling, pal?
I'm doing great. Speaking of doing nothing, I really
Your life is how this guy does
crushed some Entourage this past weekend.
Shout out
did.
to it.
About 4.5 seasons.
Great. It's a great program.
Mom and Dad were out of town. We left you a little pizza money.
Which made me realize that in our crew, I think that I'm the Johnny Drama, which sucks.
You're nuts.
No.
You're E. He's Vinny. I would be Drama.
Wait, I'm Vinny?
No, not personality-wise. No.
Looks-wise.
Yeah, and then Luke is Turtle because he rolls all the weed.
No, he's drama. He should be H drama. This guy. What are you talking
Who do
about?
you think you are?
E clearly.
So then who's
Okay.
Vinny?
There is none. We're Vinny list.
No,
Vinny-
no,
Vinny is
no.
Vinny.
Our crew has to. There's 4 of them. There's 4 of us. We have to establish the crew. It's I went through this whole rigmarole
No,
myself.
personality-wise, he's not Vinny's calm, cool, and collect. He is Johnny Drama.
I am Queens Boulevard, though.
You know the size of it.
Dude, I don't like it any more than you do,
Yeah,
man.
it does have to be a 1-for-1.
All right, T-Bone getting in line. I think that deserves I get rights to the black tees.
No, the show is Vinny.
No, that's too abstract.
That's pretty good.
He's too. What are you? This is crazy.
And what about Toady? Who's Toady? Toady's Vinny.
Tootie's Ari.
Toady's Ari. Okay.
I don't know.
All
It's
right.
not a 1-for-1.
She is quarter Jewish.
No, it has to be 1
On
for
her
1.
sister's
Our
side.
crew-
It's just not.
It had no.
Dude, the only actual casting that anybody would cast is him is the crazy one, which is Johnny Drama.
Former actor. A lot of success in Hollywood, but still have to sing for my supper.
So then I'm Turtle.
I don't know if you're on the show. To be honest with you.
We're in rewrites at the moment. I think you're trying to fit. I see what you're doing, but that ain't the.
Remember the guy that sold them stereos?
Yeah.
That's you.
Fuck. He's good though.
He's all right.
Sure.
Rufus,
Yeah.
I think his name was. Rufus. I mentioned this to you off the air, and we talked about it a little bit, but again, I apologize.
Yeah. Let me set this. Let me tell you the story of me and the big man went on a little business trip.
What are you, MK Ultra over there?
You got me in my head, man. I'm freaking out over
You look
here
great.
now.
It's fine.
You look great.
Me and the big man went on a little fucking business trip down there to Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
We did not do Joe Rogan, don't ask. Went down there to do YMH and some spots at the old mothership.
Shout out to it.
Shout out to it. Good time. Shout out to fucking Tommy Buns. Love you. Shout out to Christina P. Love her. She's a doll.
The best.
So we get on the plane, right? And we're flying in the front of the plane. This whole trip was booked on points, by the way.
Great.
Didn't come out of $1 out of pocket.
And we found out that the hotel that we stayed at, which we got on points as well.
Yeah, the Four Seasons.
We were at the Four Seasons for the first time ever.
First time I ever walked by one.
And gang, it's a whole different world in there.
Oh, also we did the live Tiger Belly with Bobby Lee and Kalila as well.
Super
Shout
fun.
out to you for having it. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Nice little business, a little working trip.
But when we get down there, we find out just real quick on the hotel, since we booked it with Amex points, you also get a little per diem down there.
So yeah,
like a field trip.
So he was all we were looking at hotels and they were just fucking. It was a shorter booked trip. So the hotels were fucking crazy expensive. And I think fucking new guy or Vinny with the skinny or whatever was like, hey, did you ever, you have a lot of fucking travel points or Amex points. You ever think about cashing those in? We looked over. We
Cash them in.
Dude, we
had 4 on the river.
Dude, yeah, we used almost every single fucking one of them to get these rooms. But it was awesome. But he didn't want. He's like, if we book with points, are they going to know we were bozos that booked with points?
I want to be a classy guy walking around there.
Which is a very you thing. Instead of being like, cool, we get to stay at the Four Seasons, you're like, how could this be bad?
Then I basically ate breakfast every day in my underwear.
Yeah, oh man, we do not belong in nice places.
No.
We just don't, dude. One day, I met him at the bar for lunch one day.
I didn't comb my hair till about 6 o'clock every night.
He looked like an insane person to the point where like every staff member.
But that's how those rich guys operate.
No, you were the only.
That's how Howard Hughes used to operate. Then they
the
think
guy who pissed in jars.
They think you're real rich. They probably thought I was a DuPont.
Dude, no one thought you were real rich there. Nobody.
Oh yeah.
No, you.
What about that one guy?
You're casual. You dress up very nice, especially now that you're down a chunk or two.
My black tees.
Everything you clean up. Me meeting you to go out for shows versus me meeting you for lunch were two different classes of people.
Sure.
He comes down in the Crocs, dirty basketball shorts, and the shirt you wore to bed or the day before.
That's how the rotation goes.
Hair.
You wear the show shirt the next day. That's the way you get 2 wears out of it.
Hair was I was sitting down and I'm like, you need to brush your hair. You look like you're cooking.
Because I took like 6 showers a day because the shower was so nice, and I would just lay down and I would come out of a nap and my hair would be all fucked up. And you can't manage it at that point.
If that ain't the H. Foley story, we can't look like bozos down there.
And then looks
like hold on. Looking like a
You did. You looked like you were like I'm surprised people didn't start asking you what room you were in.
I have vet dust all over me. Popping out. But if you look disheveled in those places, they assume you're a rich guy. I didn't want everybody to know that we used points to get in there. But then I wore like a badge of honor because we got
there, and since
got free breakfast.
Since it was Amex, they value the Amex customers even more. So we got there, they go, we have letters for you. And I'm like, what? They fucking
Dear Henry.
First I'm leaving you. I did put the credit card in and it didn't work at first. I'm like, oh, we're fucking
here we go.
Where it said like not approved or didn't go. I was like, oh boy. But they go, oh, thanks for traveling with Visa or American Express. Here we upgraded each room, and we got $100 a day each to spend on breakfast, which we cleared, as well as a regular
breakfast was $400,
a regular $100 a day per diem or something.
That sounds like a sweet trip.
It was
sweet
nice.
Trip.
Well, while you guys were hoity-toity down in Austin, I was really innovating on ways to fart on my couch. So we all got stuff done.
A lot of AC
Cuts to
cooking.
you're doing a handstand.
We spent a lot of time in the rooms, though. So it's not like we were fucking out there, knocking on doors and stuff like that. During the day, we were like fucking
It was too hot. It was 110 degrees. It was like genuinely it was like you walk outside, you're like this.
Did you notice the card on the table when you got in there? Dear Mr. It was signed by the general manager of the Yankees.
Of GMC.
Did you notice there was a thing, there was like a wire, and there was a little clear glass ball hanging there on the table that had what looked like rocks in it?
No.
That was candy. I didn't know it was.
You're just eating all. You just try everything in your room.
I
to
was
find out
so
if it's edible.
mad. I was glad that I didn't, because I didn't know. But when I was packing up to leave, I sat there for a little bit because I was ahead of schedule. They were all artisanal chocolates that was in there.
I didn't even notice. I didn't even see
Man.
that. But T-Bone. So we get on the plane and we're sitting. We're up at the front of the plane. And we're by the bathroom, and I sit down, and I go, as we're about to, before we push back, I'm like, all right, let me, I'm going to hit the head real quick. So I go to pee, and the flight attendant is like, hey, man, just so you know, the toilet's not working properly.
I didn't hear her say that.
He did, yeah. He's like, the toilet's not working properly. We're waiting to be pressurized, or they're waiting for pressure in the system.
I also had no coffee.
So, yeah, he goes, I guess the coffee maker and whatever, they don't have, like...
The air marshal shot out one of the windows. It's a mess in there, dude.
Yeah. You guys are using points? This is your flight. You're sitting next to the chicken coop. So I'm like, all right. He's like, you can still use it, just doesn't flush. So I'm like, okay. So I go in, he's like, yeah, there's just pee in there. I'm like, all right. So I just pee on top of the pee that was there. It just doesn't flush. And I sit down and I smell like I'm not even. I'm like, this is septic. Like this is like a porta potty.
These
I'm like,
airplanes these days, I tell you.
So I'm like, all right, whatever. Clearly, the guy just said there's some sort of issue with the plumbing. So then I'm like, okay, I smell it the whole flight. I'm like, man, this toilet, whatever, bad flight, whatever. We get there, we check in the hotel. We have spots that night at the mothership. You know, we get 4 or 5. We get there, so it's like, all right, we meet back up at 7. And we go over to the mothership. We're sitting at the bar, Mitzi's bar, having fucking a couple pops before the show, just chilling. And I'm like, man, they got bad septic in here too. And I'm like, he sees it on my face, me like, twinging. And he goes, do you smell that? I go,
put a pin in that for a second.
Yeah.
All right, so we're at the mothership, so stay there.
And now I just think every building I've been in has bad sewers.
Do you remember a week or so ago, I said that I was having, like, everything bagel burps? Do you remember that? I told you about that when you came in. Yeah, and I haven't had an everything bagel.
I remember the green lines were coming out of your mouth.
Dude.
He's been eating porta potties.
So I'm now on like full doses of the Ozempys. I've just started doing full doses. And I did one on Friday before we left because normally I do it Saturday, but I had to do it a day before. And dude, I look up after like, I don't know, an hour, I'm like, my stomach is fucking killing me and I'm burping and just fucking rotten eggs.
It smelled
coming out of my mouth.
Like actual putrid, to the point where then he's nervous because he's going, man, are people going to be able to smell that? And I'm like, oh, for sure. But the good news is,
well, first you didn't know.
No one's going to think it's human. Like, it didn't smell. I go, I've never smelt that from a human. That is collections.
We were at the mothership. I said, are you smelling my Ozempic burps? And he goes, that's you?
I literally just thought all of Austin had bad plumbing or something. And dude, it's coming from inside.
Because the one time we stayed at the Tommy Hotel, it did smell like that. Like, that's what it's, dude,
it smells like a
brutal.
bad septic tank or like a porta potty. It's fucking nuts. And he's like,
and it's like every 5 minutes.
Fucking stomach barnacles, huh?
Dude,
fucking
brutal.
Ridex or something down there. I kept
Brutal.
going, and then
They
he's
gotta
like,
snake you, dude.
get the auger out. Fucking take it for a spin.
Kid needs a new tank.
It's unlike anything I've ever experienced.
It sucks.
Literally
I
smells
felt
like
so
a backed
sick all
up toilet.
weekend.
It's insane.
What are the farts like?
They're fine. No, nothing's going on back.
Candy.
Dude. Sounds like an omelet. I was looking up. This is how jammed up I was. Not to get too gross, but I was backed up. I was looking for colonics in Austin. I was gonna go get the squirt gun out and fucking clean me out, but there was nothing that was available. Dude, I haven't been pooping, and I got these fucking Ozempic burps, which are brutal.
It's Toby. I wish I could explain the level of like industrial length.
I wish I
strength
still
sewage
had them.
this is.
It's something you want to do once.
Yeah.
It's like going to the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Just from pure shock and awe. It's wild.
Dude, and like people were coming up, fucking saw some homies down there, saw some bozos down there, a couple of pics, and I'm like, these guys have to be like, this guy
Hell,
fucking
it just
reeks.
smells like 6th Street down. I'm like, oh, that's someone bought.
Reeking.
Dude, it's actually insane.
My stomach has been fucked up.
I was actually shocked.
Yeah. But then the second day I looked it up and it said, yeah, that's a major side effect. I started doing a little bit of yogurt and a little bit of fucking chamomile tea and some green tea, and it started to make it feel a little bit better. Came back a little bit on Saturday, but now it's gone. But I'm worried that I'm going to fucking, as we leave for fucking Greece, I'm going to get on this plane with the broad and be fucking...
He looks good. Smells like shit.
Yeah, man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I was worried everybody... It was so relieving when you were like, no one's going to think that's human.
Never in a million... Genuinely. Not even like, I go...
The relief of a smell
so
horrible.
bad that it can't come... I go, no one in... he goes, I burped right as those kids were saying what's up and took a picture. I'm like... No. It literally smells like someone poked a hole in a porta potty. Like there's a porta potty leaking. It's fucking... crazy, dude.
That Ozempic's no joke, dude.
Like
Like you've been eating ass on the 3rd day of Bonnaroo.
Oh man!
All right.
It's. I'll turn them on. We're trying to do a show.
Boy, yo.
I got something that I've been holding from you this whole time.
Something bad?
Why is that what your mind goes to every time?
Yeah, that's what my mind goes to. every time.
No, while we were down there, this has to do with the house. We're down there. I thought you
were going to say some chicks were asking about me or something.
Yeah.
My cool shirts.
Who's your fucking sewer friend over there?
You guys look like inside the actor's studio.
Big stack of cards.
inside the actor's porta potty with H. Foley and Kevin Ryan.
Can there be a deal arranged
With what?
for the black T-shirts?
No.
Open up your heart for a minute. Can there be a deal arranged?
No.
You could do blue. You have a lot more options.
This is what I've been doing for a decade, and I'm not changing it.
All right. It's going to get real uncomfortable.
Try. Go for it. Buddy, the way I know you fucking shop for clothes and the availability of that size, I'm not sweating this
What do
at
you
all.
think, T-Bone? Should I push this?
I think you're like Russia, man. I think you're talking a big game, and when push comes to shove, we're going to show you're going to see that you're not what you thought you were.
Yeah, no, for
yeah,
sure.
right. Until I launch a tactical Ozempic burp at you.
My shirt melts off.
Chemical warfare,
it
man.
changes the color.
And the UN's going to be all over us.
I sneak in here in my room just blowing burps on my suitcase. But you're going to be the guy who's going, I'm not wearing a fucking, we both can't wear black shirts, we're going to look like fucking idiots. You have more of that than I do.
Would we look like idiots if we just started wearing the same thing?
I don't think we'll look cool.
What do you think?
I think you keep it to the V, he keeps it to the crew.
Ooh, that's not a bad idea. He rocks the crew. I like the V. That's pretty good. Toby's got a graphic tee.
Yeah, whatever.
Nothing on that? The Black Tea War continues. This is not the end.
I'll have my vengeance in this shirt or another.
I'd do a blue. I like the blue.
You
The
look
blue
great in
looked
like
pretty
you have
good.
that red one, that pink one you were wearing. That looks fantastic.
How many black shirts do you have?
It's just this one, for sure.
You don't give out that information in a war. Plenty. Enough to nuke him back to the Stone
Those
Age.
silos are empty, my friend.
Yeah, that wasn't clean today.
It's all corn.
This is filled with potatoes.
I have two.
That's my carb silo.
I have two, and the one I'm not crazy about the way it fits around
I know.
the belly.
I'm not.
But I got an arms deal going with Egypt right now.
This isn't
Sending
even-
me some imported cotton.
This hasn't even made it up to the president of the country yet. This is still being handled. But like this'll sift itself out.
Do you know where you fucked up? The one day that I came in and I put when I had my hospital shirt on, the
Which
white
people
one.
were crushing you for, dude.
Fair enough.
Looked like you escaped an insane asylum. It didn't look like that.
That was my down there. That's the shirt I wore down to the family party. I thought you couldn't tell me nothing.
People
thought I was-
checking for your fucking your bracelet.
Sending me
Your
back to my
intake-
room.
Yeah.
Fuck, what was I gonna say?
We fucked up by telling you looked good.
Because Luke looked up and was like, "Holy shit, dude, you look fucking great in that shirt." Ever since he said that,
It was more of also too. There was a lot of factors that went in there. Obviously, you're losing weight and you look better. But the few days before that, you had to clean shave the gullet. That your 5 o'clock shadow came in, cleaned that up for you, and the hair grew it. You had the hair different, so it was like you look better. Obviously, look better from 3 months ago, but you also looked better in that day. You had to take the hospital gown off, and your lizard neck was closed.
I don't remember the hospital shirt.
the white one,
It didn't.
with the
It didn't
pineapples.
play. It didn't play until someone pointed it out. I'm like, oh, he looks crazy. He's got
Yeah.
it all the way buttoned up. He's got a zippy do cut going.
Zippy do. Zippy do cuts. Get 2 lollipops.
So we're down there. I'm down in Austin, and my wife's in New York.
Mm-hmm.
There's no one. There's no one at the house, and I get a text from a friend who also a person I grew up with. She just so happened to also buy a house by me
Nice.
in the same town, and so she's like, I had bumped into her and we were texting back and forth. So she drives by. She's like, "Yo, the mail is overflowing out of your fucking mailbox." Because I'm like, "Oh fuck, man! Talk about like lowering the property value, or whatever."
Sure.
And she's like laughing, and I'm like, she goes, "Also, nice Benz in the driveway too."
Ooh.
And I'm like, thanks. I just got it. My Kia got stolen. Whatever. And then I go,
But you said the bird was in New York.
and I go, was the car? I figured she had driven by before once or twice when we were there, or my wife was there, and saw the car, and then was like, "Oh, I'm now texting him about the mail. I'll also comment on the car."
Sure.
But like had seen it last week or whatever.
Interesting.
So I'm like, all right. And she's like, and it didn't it kind of passes through my head, and I'm like, I gotta know. So I text her. I go, did you just see it? And she doesn't get back to me for like a little bit too long. So I text my wife, and I'm like, when was
Where
the
the fuck are you?
Yeah, a little bit of that. I'm like, but she's in New York meeting friends from Germany.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, then that's,
Sure she is.
That's in the, well, I'm like seeing pictures of like these people, I like friends of
Those
ours.
are old pictures,
And I'm going-
Photoshop.
I'm going to
It's all the deep state.
I'm going, did she take these 2 days ago with this mastermind plan of fucking sending them like of jockeying her location?
What the fuck you think she'd be doing down there?
I don't know, cheating on me, stepping out. That's what I'd be doing if I was married to me. No, I'm kidding. Kind of. So, but that panic, not panic, but that just like, I'm like, what the fuck, my car?
Crossed over to Foleyville, and I like it.
Sure, which I'm always close to. So then she goes, the girl gets back to me, my friend, yeah, I just drove by like 30 minutes ago.
Oh.
And I'm like, what the fuck? So I text my wife and go, where are you at? She's like, I'm having lunch with so-and-so. And I'm like, her friend from Germany. And
No,
I'm
you're
like,
not.
I'm like, you fucking.
That's a good way to look like a psycho. No, you're not.
You have anything you want to tell me? Something you want to air out right now? I didn't even think of that. I didn't know what to honestly think. So then I text my wife, and she pulls up the ring cam. And there's a black Mercedes parked in my driveway, and has been since the mailman dropped off the mail. Like, it clicks on when people walk by.
Okay.
And he came by on, let's say, 1 o'clock or something, and it's
Uh-huh.
now 4:30.
Uh-huh.
And at 1 o'clock, the car was still in my fucking driveway. So I'm like, I don't know what to think.
Baby, we won the sweepstakes.
I have multiple cars. So I'm like, I don't. What would you think at that moment?
You'd want some sort of free car.
That's what this guy. What's it all fucking bubble gum and fucking rainbows?
They're
with you?
filming a Christmas commercial at your house. Is there a big red bow on top?
Yeah, right. The second drive event.
I would be.
Because I've never had in my life, I'm sorry, I've never had in my life, my wife was like, I don't know, whatever. And I'm like, this is a suburban house. I've never just had someone else's car in my driveway my whole life.
You
That's
wanna
just
know-
never happened.
No, never.
Dude, that's like, I'm about to call, so yeah.
We weren't even the kind of people that would pull into somebody's driveway and
Sure.
turn
You
around.
have to make sure no one's home or something.
My dad would fucking be, "Yeah, come on, don't be doing that shit. You do
All right.
No.
All right. Lights go in their front
Because
bay.
when somebody did that at the Foley household
Sure,
and they
all
were
hands
just
on
turning
deck.
around, dude, the rifles were flying out the fucking peepholes in the door. I would think that kind of car, a black Mercedes, that some type of deep government agency was trying to kill me for some reason. For like an alien video I looked up on or something like that, or too many hours listening to Bob Lazar. That's what I would think. That like two corporate hitmen were in there planting a bomb or something in my house. But that's just crazy.
Sure. But also not. There is an SUV parked for hours in front of my house.
In front of or in the driveway?
In the driveway.
That's crazy.
It's never happened. Not once.
Do you
I'm
know
like,
what the answer is?
I have a theory.
Hold on. Do you know what the answer is?
I do now, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. It was some guy who was waiting for a date, right? And he sees the piled up mail, and then he's like, I'm going to use this curb appeal, make this lady think I'm a hot shot. I'm going to bang this lady.
At the house.
Yes.
That's not bad.
I have another theory.
Okay.
Okay. And I think this is probably what it is. A bunch of mail in the front. The house was for sale. No one lives there. Oh, somebody's having a party or something like that. They didn't want to park it on the street. Oh, the fucking so-and-so's moved out. Just park it in their driveway.
Yeah, but if you know they moved out, we moved in at the same time.
Maybe
Now,
not.
And nobody
But-
moves into a house on the street and no one
Plus, you're a
doesn't
New
know.
York big shot. You're probably not even there.
Or it's some valet on his lunch break.
Just taking a nap.
But you did have that thing with the neighbor and the mom when you told her that you weren't there that much.
Sure. So now I'm like, all right. My wife so we have like the ring cam.
Do you have any boots on the ground that you can get eyes on that?
You have a boot you can put on this car.
Now you're not going anywhere. Now you can't leave. I have my friend who just drove by 30 minutes ago.
Call some of the homies, saddle up,
So I go,
drive back.
but I'm still like, and my wife goes, my wife's like, is that your mom's car? I'm like, she said it's a Mercedes. My mom has like a Buick or Toyota.
Yeah.
So I go, no, it's not. And so now she's sending me video and screenshots from.
Peace ain't driving around in a German car.
No, USA.
Kidding me?
She's in the Minotaur truck. So I'm like, okay.
Don't do it, man. You're off to a minute.
Driving around the Oscar Mayer hot dog mobile.
Honk, honk. My son ate so many hot dogs, they gave it to me for free.
I got red-blooded.
So I go, fuck, okay. But now I'm like trying to log in to the software so I can see the footage. Because now I don't trust. She's like not she's just like, I don't know. Whatever. And I'm like, not whatever. This is the only property I own and someo's posted up on it. We got to fucking get the fuck out of here.
Nobody does that. You don't park in somebody else's driveway.
But she's never had a house. She doesn't know. Like, oh, maybe. She's like, maybe it's the neighbors.
I mean, certain parts of the country, you get fucking blasted for something like that.
Sure. But the neighbor's driveway is huge. Like, actually 5 times the length of my driveway. And has, like, a 5-car garage in the back. They have, like, a barn.
Jesus.
With, like, it's huge. It's huge. And,
How'd that logging in go?
oh, dude.
Was it smooth? Was it easy peasy?
I was not yelling.
Hop right in there?
I go, what's the password?
You're panicking.
She's giving me a PIN. I'm going, it's not a PIN. It's a password. She's like, how do you know? I'm like, it's asking me for a fucking, it would say PIN. And now I'm like, now I think there's someone in the house.
Sure.
Right? It's like, now I go, well, you also, it's like a pretty empty house. Like, there's not much to be stealing. What are you doing in there? Or are you waiting for me?
Can't wait for this.
What's happening?
Okay.
So I'm like, let me.
Man, you always got a caper going, don't you?
Yeah.
Always something going on.
Yeah. Well, when you leave your house every now and then.
Jesus.
So I'm like, what the fuck? So we finally get in, and now I'm like scanning the files, like because it's every time the camera clicks on, it saves it, for like whatever 30 days. So I'm like, all right. I'm looking. Mailman walks up, and the fucking car's there. I'm like, it's just sitting there, but it didn't register when they pulled in. Because it's like off on the side. You know what I mean?
Yeah, probably because they set a loop in the cameras that couldn't tell.
Damn, they probably did. But while we're doing this, we get the security alarm. Everything gets disconnected. It goes connection lost, system offline.
They cut the hard line.
They cut the hard line. So I'm like,
fucking Ocean's 12.
It's so funny. I needed you downstairs to help me crack this case. I needed a crazy guy with me in the hotel room.
Where was I?
You're upstairs.
Sleeping.
Cooking meth. So I'm texting my friend.
God, the state of that room when you left had to have been a fucking massacre, man.
What? Hotel rooms?
Yeah, you're just in there.
No, you're wrong.
All alone.
No, I'm clean as a whistle.
Sneezing on the sheets.
No.
You do that.
I do that.
So what's the
and you're notorious for being gross as fuck in hotels.
Regular light looks beautiful. Black light, big problem. But no, I'm real neat. I'm
in the flower pot.
I'm the most organized, and I operate at my best with a bag, my shaving kit, and my
At
CPAP.
your best.
Yeah, I keep it really. No, my room, my hotel. I was in your hotel room to get my Gas X, and
A real sexy trip we had.
his room.
I was like, hey man, I'm ordering Tums. Do you need anything?
His room
He's like,
smells
like what?
Pepperoni, because he had a flatbread the night before.
I got a picture of it too. Real nice.
Multiple flatbread weekend for Kippy.
Yeah.
It's like parlays to a gambler.
And it hit, baby. I went pepperoni, margarita, pepperoni, and they all hit.
Yeah.
Could at least brought me back some queso.
Oh man, queso at the hotel.
That's the best part of Texas.
He couldn't because he ate most of it in Texas. He had queso every day.
I'm so jealous of that.
Sure.
Yeah.
But you would have to.
Yeah,
it would
what's
be
wrong with that?
insane not to.
Nothing's cool.
No, this trip you really were like, oh, look at you're ordering that, you're eating that.
Fucking pork chop meatball over here.
Yeah.
Give that real diet.
Sure.
To no real avail, which bummed me out.
You didn't lose anything.
Nothing crazy.
But you
Just
probably
sat around all.
Yeah, you probably burned about 40 calories a day.
Goddamn AC was cold.
And that was to walk down and smoke heaters.
Yeah.
So I'm texting my friend. She's like, do you not know who that is? I'm like, I have no idea. She's like, weird. So she's like,
she's a neighborhood girl. She'll go over there and key that, no problem.
So she's like, my husband's running out to grab a pack of heaters.
And kill some poor guy.
And she goes, I'll have him do a loop by. At this time, now I got the cam up on my phone and the computer. It's not disconnected anymore. It somehow came back on. This is like a half hour. I text the neighbor, too. I go, hey, I noticed there's a black SUV.
With the 5-car garage?
No, I don't have their number. Their number's at the house. I have the guy, there's an older couple to my right. I text him. I go, hey, man, there's a black SUV. Do you know, it's like a buddy of yours?
They're already dead.
That's what I don't know what's going on.
It's the fucking Terminator faking their voice.
So, at this point, I got the live feedback. I got the feedback.
I would have been crippled with anxiety.
It wasn't great. It was very bad. Very bad.
If you would have called him and said, hey, come downstairs, we're leaving. Why? Because there's a parked car, I don't know, parked in the driveway. I'd have been like, all right, get us 2 first-class tickets to Philly.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Yeah. I was like, who can I call? Well, it's also like, I don't want her or my neighbor, he's an older guy, of him to be like, I'm weary who I send.
Then they get tied up in it.
Yeah, it's like, he walks in and just, like, gets fucking shot or something? I don't know.
Luke and I could have mounted up.
You're hours away.
He doesn't have a car and you don't have a license.
Yeah, but we got a can-do attitude.
A lot of know-how.
Then you two get kidnapped. We got to go down and fucking save you
They
two.
see the Patreon. I got to give them that now. It's a
Yeah.
whole thing. You're high-level targets.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm down.
So
You're right. I am too valuable.
Keep you upstairs with the marshals.
who's going to do the clips? So I'm like also hesitant to, like, because you see that in, like, movies or the news of, like, hey, they knock on the door and there's a guy in there.
Hey, you doing?
Yeah. Pew, pew.
Oh, hey, how are you, sir?
And that
Yeah.
car has silencers. Like, that's the guy who's.
I'm picturing the car.
Yeah, it's a black Mercedes SUV. Like fucking Russian mob shit.
Who'd you piss off?
I don't know. So now,
I'm not with this guy.
Also, how weird is it? It's a very similar car to mine.
Interesting.
This guy's good.
Right? That's what I'm like, is he assuming my identity? Is there another family living there now?
Jesus.
So as I'm watching the live feed, a girl appears. A woman appears. Gets in the car. Does like a turnaround in my driveway.
Yeah.
Makes a left onto the street.
Uh-huh.
And then a left into the neighbor's house. It's my neighbors with the huge driveway are just using my driveway. No. So I text my friend and he goes, hey, she texts me back. She's like, hey, my man's was just driving by and saw a woman pulling out of the car. I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm watching now. I got the feed up. And she's like, yeah, I seen that car there a bunch. I just thought it was your car. She goes, that's not the first time I've seen that black SUV in your driveway. So these people are just waiting till we leave and then using it, but doesn't make sense.
Hold on. Maybe she's a friend of the family and thought she parked in the wrong driveway.
No
That's
shot.
why would she go get it and move it?
What?
Like, okay, maybe that was her first time at the house.
She said the car's been there.
Man.
Bunch of times.
She
What are
goes,
you
that's
gonna-
not the first time I've seen that car there.
What are you going to do, Kippy?
I don't know.
You got to install those like embassy, like at the rental car places.
one
the back
way in,
in,
one
back
way
out.
out. Well, also, I think this is deeper than it goes because I texted Raj next door to me, the old guy. 10 minutes after I text him, she comes out and moves it. So I think Raj texted them and was like, they're on to you.
The bald guy's up. So you can't trust Raj then. Did Raj text you back and say, I don't know?
Yeah, you're not going to like it. I just texted him back, and then I texted him back, never mind, thinking he was going to say something. I go, actually, someone just moved it, all good or whatever. And he just texted me back, K.
Could possibly be the cuntiest text message capable of sending.
He's old. I don't think he knows. He doesn't know the
It is
etiquette.
tough.
Yeah, he's too old to know the etiquette. He thinks his.
Not too old to catch these hands, though. I'll tell you that.
No, shout out to Raj. I love Raj. But
Listen,
also,
not if he's dropping. Not if he texted them. Because that means he fucking knows they've been doing it.
obviously he sees it. If it's not the first time, he knows.
They don't respect you as a true member of this neighborhood.
No.
They do not, and they're walking all over
They
me.
are treating you like a passerby, and you've got curb appeal and a damn home in your name.
Now, did you recognize the broad that was in the car?
I didn't. It didn't look like the
One of the. How many people live in that house?
two and
like
kids.
old and kids.
No, like our age.
All right,
like my
as-
age.
as far as I know-
30s,
really?
30s, 40s. It could have been her. I saw from the back, and it's a grainy fucking ring cam footage. I mean, T-Bone didn't have the cam set up.
This is the first shot of a very long war, dude.
I don't think you're. No, I'm kidding.
I'm talking about if anybody's trying to throw a block party, you make sure that permit gets denied, dude.
No, I
You're
wanna
out there
be-
measuring
No, you don't wanna
fences.
start doing that
No,
shit.
no, I'm not. I know.
Remember the
obviously.
couple that fucking
Hey,
got.
you got to rule with an iron fist, Kev.
Remember the couple that got shot for shoveling snow? You don't want that shit. Remember that?
Well, I'm talking about backdoor deals
No.
behind the scenes.
But what you need to do,
yes.
what you need to do is you see
get
that
my hand on some bees.
Well, the real crazy thing.
Wasps, hornets.
I got 2 words for you: murder hornets.
What's so crazy is that I think with enough pressure, we could convince Skippy to do some shit like
No.
No.
I know, not at all.
But
Jokingly, I genuinely don't care.
This needs to be addressed.
It's just strange behavior
This
to me
needs to be addressed.
that you can use it when I'm there. I genuinely don't give a fuck. But the not telling us of like, hey, just a heads up. Sometimes we park a car in your driveway. I don't have an answer. I don't care. It's just all very weird. It all panned out very weird to me. I text Rod. Now, am I implicating Raj? Maybe. Maybe it's just happenstance. I don't know.
I would
about
say
this?
no. I would say no.
But they have a long driveway.
There's no coincidences.
They have a long driveway.
Especially in suburban warfare.
I understand. They have a long driveway, and the parking in the driveway is further back. But you can still pull into their driveway. Like, they could park. The other thing I'm thinking, maybe they were unloading something. It's shorter, but it's like you then have to walk from my driveway to their property. And for like,
here's the thing: you don't do that. Nobody does that.
I know.
If it's a neighbor you know, yes. But now the house has been sold. It's somebody else's property. You park on the fucking street, or you reach out and say, "Hey, we're moving. Do you mind if we park the car in the thing?"
Of course.
That's fuck this loser. All right. We're doing what we want.
Yep.
And this fucking old guy showed his loyalty to them.
Which
texted
that
them.
should be his loyalty. I'm the new guy
Not
on the
no
block.
more. Not no more.
That's his loyalty. He's
How-
probably known them for fucking 10 years.
About
But that
this.
means they're all fucking scumbags. Because
I think
normal people.
scumbags is a
Normal
stretch.
people-
These are nice people I'm going to have a formidable relationship with moving forward. They're my neighbors.
You need to straighten this guy out, obviously. You need to. Are you going to address this?
Yeah.
What are you going to say?
Hey, if you ever need a place to park.
No. This is what you do. Get on Craigslist. Drop $800,000 on the biggest hunk of shit you can find. Park it in their driveway, and then bounce.
Make sure there's bees in it.
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad. But they probably got cams.
Yeah.
I would say.
Let them know.
I would say if you wanted to go dirty.
I'm not going dirty.
Send
Let's-
Foley over to burp up their house.
Hey, can my friend use your bathroom real quick?
I just grabbed the air hose out of the air conditioning, put it on my mouth. House blows up.
Yeah, I want to scare him, not kill him. Take the paint off the walls in her joint.
What you could do
I'm not doing anything.
if they do it again.
This is all for comedy purposes.
Do you know?
obviously.
Hold on. Do you know any? Do you have any towing guys down there? Anybody that has a tow truck?
Anybody with a wrecker.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
So you do.
Sure.
So the next time that pops
You
up,
think
on,
I know? You think I
the
don't know?
next time that pops up on the cam, yeah, I didn't. I had no idea. I had no idea who it was. I'm sorry. If you want to initiate them coming to you, as soon as you see that car, you call the tow truck. Have the car towed. Then they come out like, "What the fuck? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know it was yours. Why would you be parking in my driveway? If it was yours, Jesus, you could park there anytime you want. I'm sorry. I wasn't sure why there was a random car
That's not a
in the
right-
house that I just fucking purchased.
That's not a bad move.
Money I don't have.
The bank's got it. Sure, that's not bad.
They've never said anything to you or the bird. Hey, do you mind if ever?
No.
Has it gone off again?
No. I'm assuming.
I know the jig is up.
Yeah, I texted Raj. Raj texted them.
Rod dropped dime.
Sure, which I respect. As long as you're loyal, I wouldn't trust him if he was then loyal to me. His loyalty lies with the yes.
But he is a dirtball.
I would want his loyalty. Yeah, I mean, no, he's not a dirtbag. He's a nice guy. He could also just been
I don't know
like.
how you're not getting this. That kind of behavior is not warranted in a suburban setting.
I also said, never mind.
Parking in somebody's driveway?
That's not Raj. Raj didn't do that. You're applying
But
that.
Raj know the behavior has been going on since you moved in.
Yeah, maybe he knows.
When you moved in, it should have stopped.
Whether you're backing this or not, things have been set in motion that cannot be undone. Foley and I will be slashing your neighbor's
What you
tires.
need to do is get to a public place and make a lot of phone calls,
All right.
as they said in May.
We've all seen it.
The breakup.
No. I also I texted Raj, never mind, all good. So he might have thought I also talked to them. Do you see what I'm saying? We're applying motive and knowledge to Roger, which may not have been the case. Because I did text him, never mind, all good. He might have been like, okay, fucking Sally and Jesse texted him back, and that's that.
There's no way that worked, Debo. You were just
I think I nailed it. I think I killed it.
No shot.
I was down there.
But yes, I for sure will address it.
What are you going to say?
I'm going to say, hey, have you been, we saw on your ring cam someone, I don't know their cars. I have to get my eyes on their cars.
But you saw that car go in their driveway.
Turned out of my driveway or right back into their driveway.
Maybe it was their cleaning lady or something like that, who does very well.
Yeah, with a Mercedes. So I'm going to see what kind of car they have. I don't think
What's this guy like? You met this guy?
They're nice. I've met her. I've met both of them. I've met her more than him. And they're very nice.
And you don't
sweet.
think that was her?
I don't know. It's hard for me to tell.
Does she drive a black Mercedes?
I just fucking said I don't know what kind of cars they drive.
Hey, I wouldn't turn on anybody. You need all the friends you can get right now.
No, I'm
so
a
lose
fucking
the
one.
attitude.
I'm a one minute. Well, fucking listen. I told you. I'm not. I'm going to find out what cars they drive.
I'm plotting over here.
Sir, you brought the information to us. Please let us conduct our investigation. How we conduct it?
No, so he can just ask me the same question 10 times.
That's not a bad idea. We rent some suits,
Okay.
and you and I go down there and just poke around the front yard looking around.
Yep.
You guys got checkboards or fucking
Uh-huh.
clipboards and stuff.
I love costumes.
So I'm gonna find my this is my code of my
How
standard.
does the bird feel about all this?
She don't love it. She also don't love Raj's gay text either.
Mm-mm.
But we will. I'm gonna find out. I'm obviously quarterbacking this thing. I'm gonna find out what kind of cars they drive.
Let me ask you this.
When push comes to shove, are you going to be able to make the calls that need to be made?
Let me ask you this. Have you...
Yes,
This is
I'll
the...
wanna
Have I looked up pipe bombs?
No.
Maybe. No, I'm kidding.
The only
Comedy
reason
purpose.
you knew to check the security was because someone said that there was a car parked in the driveway. So the security camera doesn't flip on when they pull in.
It's too far to the right. You know what I mean? It's on the side of the house.
But
So
you can see it, so they can park there without a trip in the system.
They did, apparently, yes.
And they've been doing it multiple times.
I heard. I don't know. That's from... Also, I'm going, maybe my car she thought was the same car. It's both Mercedes SUVs. She might just be like, it's a dark gray, it's a gray to a black.
Oh,
She
so
might
maybe
be
she
like,
saw
oh, maybe
your-
that's...
Maybe this is the first time they did it.
Yes. And maybe it genuinely was like fucking... I don't know. Maybe like there was other people in their driveway and somebody was just running over to drop something off, stayed at,
Sure,
But who ends up
sure.
staying I think it was there 3-4 hours.
Yeah, no, you could be right. It all could be just a big misunderstanding, just like 9/11. Are you out of your fucking mind? The fuck is wrong with you?
Saw that rope.
Wasn't your goddamn car?
What do you mean?
Grow some fucking balls, dude. Let's fucking go over there, take their fence down.
I think it's my fence, actually.
Fair enough.
I'm going to take my fence down. That's another thing. Yeah, it has to be my fence. Yeah, that's my fence.
Does it face in-way or out-way? Do you have the things on the inside? Or is
I
it
don't
smooth
know.
on the outside?
It's not that kind of fence.
Huh. I didn't know you had a fence. Look at you.
Yeah.
Pretty
That's
sweet.
got to be my fence. Because it's in the back. It's the same fence that's in the back.
Okay.
Couple
of tunnels need to get dug.
Just walk through my fence, too.
Can
my-
you?
What do you mean?
There's a door?
No, I'm kidding. But why do I have to tunnel under my fence?
So they don't see you coming.
Because things are moving fast, man.
That tunnel's not moving fast. No.
Once you get it dug.
You know a tunnel guy? I don't think so.
I know a tunnel guy. I know he's an older gentleman. He's a tunnel rat in Vietnam. Those are shaky guys.
You're telling me you can't see Ryan D with the headlamp covered in dirt going, I don't know.
He
what's
couldn't
going
hang
on.
the curtains in here, man. That tunnel would collapse on him too sweet, and I got a lawsuit against me.
I got it.
This is probably...
Here's what you do.
Nothing.
The car's parked in the driveway. You get a couple of the Kia boys that broke into your car. You drive them down to fucking your house. You have them open her door. You get in the back
You don't think
seat.
I got someone who can steal a car locally?
No. When she gets back in the car, you're sitting in the back seat. Park here often? That's pretty good. Now, let's go over it for real.
For real. It's also...
You see him out there getting the mail. Or are you walking up to the house?
No, I'm going to wait until I see them.
Or what are you going to
Because I think I'm under the impression they probably know I know. So this is what I want out of it. I now want them...
We're going under the assumption that they've been parking in your driveway when you're not there.
I don't know if you can.
Which is crazy because you come so erratically.
I don't know if you... and quickly.
You know?
Pause.
All over the place. You know what I mean?
Sure. I do think that there's...
Like, wouldn't you be, as a neighbor, how embarrassed would you be if you got caught parking... Oh, sorry, we didn't know you were here. What, you're parking in my driveway? Which, if we were friends or whatever, that's cool. But
all right, let's.
This is how you greet people that move into the fucking neighborhood?
Let's go over some
with deceit and fucking conspiracy?
Listen.
I'm not wrong.
I don't think...
Now I'm pissed off.
Okay, that took a lot. My problems. Listen, here's the thing. In actual reality, not comedy, in actual reality, I don't know how many times this happened. You got to work on the facts. I'm a detective, right? Lenny Briscoe, Sipowicz. I don't know how many times this happened, right? Could be the first time. Could be the 100th time. Can't be the 100th time. I just got the place, right? And we're down there so sporadically. All the time's coming and going. I've never seen it, right? So it's like, it's probably not happening all of the time. It might have happened before. Also, the eyewitness I have could just assume it's my car. They're the relatively same cars.
Eyewitness testimony is notoriously inadmissible.
Sure, that's what I'm saying. Could have been mistaken. It could have been at night. And she just assumed, like, holy shit, Kevin's got a Mercedes, which I do. Used. Not
Why would all the lights be off in the house, though?
What? Who says the lights are off in the house?
Oh.
I got fucking Michael Jordan in there dancing.
Rocking
I'm
around
having dinner, baby.
Rocking around the Christmas tree.
So we don't know. Those are the facts we don't know. Could it have happened? Sure. It could have just been a one-off. I feel we've been down there enough sporadically that if it was an ongoing thing, I would have caught them. Just by happenstance, whatever that word is. I presume. I can't put any blame on Raj because he could just be like, hey, he might not even seen the car. He might not have been home.
When you see Raj, you could be like, I texted them to let them know.
Am I?
No, I'm saying maybe when you see Raj.
Yeah.
I'm going on your everybody's good people theory right now. When you see Raj.
No, I'm going off what I know.
Raj might be like, I texted them. You like Raj's voice, by the way? Are we feeling that?
That's pretty good.
Thank you. I texted them that, when you sent me that text, I quick texted them. And yeah, they.
Yeah, he might have been like, what are you doing? He might have been on my side. We don't know. Hey, what are you doing? This guy just moves in here. You're fucking parked. Come on, we're better than that. That's maybe what Raj said. And they came scurrying out, hopped in the car, and took off.
But if he is that kind of guy, he's going to tell you that when he sees you.
Yeah. He's also, 88 years old.
He's also maybe a rat, so what we got to do is we got to feed him some faulty info, see if it flushes out the other side.
Yeah. He's playing with his new guys. So, we don't know what Raj knows. I'm assuming my crazy brain he's texting them, not telling us. But also, I then did text Raj without him responding yet. Hey, man, all good. So he might if that did happen, he might be like, okay, he finally texted them or they got back to him. Well, that is, because what are the chances? If I have Roger's number, I sure have their number. They're our neighbors. But their number's at the house. I wrote it. I didn't put it in my phone. Which all could have, if I just wasn't an idiot and saved their number and been like, hey, did you notice a car in my driveway? They could be like, holy shit, it's mine.
Are they classier people?
Yeah, a little bit. Little bit.
It's not something that they would do.
I know. And I don't think it's their car. Because I feel in my head it would have been like, oh, we have a very similar car. You know what I mean? Like, I just bought this car. If I saw
But you said they pulled into your...
They 100% pulled into their
So
driveway.
what I'm saying is, maybe there was a chance that this person, whoever this mysterious woman was, if it wasn't the lady of the house, was her first time being at their house and parked in the wrong driveway by accident. But it's all too
I don't
quick.
think you can mistake the two houses. You can't mistake the two
Maybe
houses.
the people inside didn't know.
Who wouldn't just move their car the second they realized that?
Yeah.
Maybe when she went in, she didn't say anything to the couple.
You would have to know.
And then all of a sudden, Raj texted her like, Nancy, did you park in the neighbor? Oh, my God, I forgot. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm saying.
But you need to find out.
You would have to pull in. You're not staring at their house. You're staring at my house. And then you're going to go, oh, my God, that's not the right house. Who in their right mind
would leave it there?
would go, oh, whatever, and not then tell them of, oh, I parked in the wrong, could it have been, oh, I parked in the wrong, I didn't realize I parked in the wrong driveway, and they go, okay, they're not here. That's okay. It's no sweat. You're only staying for 4 hours then? At some point, what do you go, I got to move my car?
Yeah.
So, I'm going to find out. I got to talk to both sides, and I'm going to play it real aloof. I'm not going to come accuse. I'm going to gather in. I need to there's a lot of holes I need to fill.
Would it be weird if New
one
Guy
more
Luke
thing.
was filming all this?
Yes, it would be. I'm going to.
Just Foley standing there with a rag and a jug of purified water. We're going to get to the bottom
Give
of
me the
this.
word.
I didn't know where you were going with a jug of water.
He's doing that.
Would you wear some type of spy glasses so we can see the conversations?
Yeah, but I would do. But then they're going to be like, are you filming? Because those spy glasses stink.
No,
dude.
not at all.
You might as well have a camera on your head.
You have the marker.
I just shook my head no, not because it's like wildly intrusive and for sure illegal to do that, but because I was like, the quality of those cameras aren't very good.
Sure. Yeah, it's gonna, and they're gonna see. They're gonna be like, "There's a lens in your." I'm talking to
Forehead.
him. I'm talking to him at night. Hey, Kevin, why don't you take your glasses off? You mind stepping over the lights for me, sir? So I'm gonna let them approach me.
Like
I'm
spider
gonna
to
give
fly.
them the opportunity to approach me. I'm gonna be looking out the window, see when they come outside. Then I'm gonna go.
Playing it real cool, huh?
Then I'm going to go outside and see if they go, oh, hey, if they come with that, great. I respect, that's fantastic. I respect that. I respect, hey, we fucked up. I got, sorry, we parked, whatever. It was a friend, it was a cousin, wrong house, whatever it was. Or also, if they were just like, hey, yeah, we've been using it, that's weird, I'd go, yeah, you can use it. I don't give, yeah, I genuinely
No,
don't care.
you put the kibosh on that.
I don't care.
Insurance purposes.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yes, it does. If something happens to them on your property,
What's going to
you're
happen
liable.
to them?
They fall out of the car. I don't know.
That's never happened to anybody. They fell out of the car.
Toby
Anton Yelnats got smushed by his own car.
Who?
did. Sucked. He was great in Star Trek.
The actor.
And your homeowners is liable.
Sure. Okay. If that's what I'm worried
Either
about.
way, what are you, the fucking neighborhood doormat? Don't want somebody parking your driveway like that.
I'm just saying I don't care.
Fine. Can I park my car there?
Yeah. It
And
doesn't
can
make
my
any
mom
sense.
park their car there?
Does she need to?
Yes.
Sure. Why would I say no to that?
And can we stay there for a couple of weeks?
Why would I say no if your mom needed a place to park her car?
I have a pretty sweet solution.
What?
Monogram gate. Big gold one says Kippy right on it.
I do have a gate on the property.
You do?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
They were parked in front of it.
They were parked in front of it.
The fence.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
They didn't have to drive through a gate. The gate is beyond the driveway.
What? Wait, is it a gate to get into your driveway?
No.
The gate goes to the backyard.
Yeah. But it's a drive. The gate continues to the driveway that goes to the back of the house.
So do these people park in your driveway or on the street?
In the driveway. What do you think? I just lied and said the street this whole time? In the driveway. My driveway is picture like an H, kind of. Like a lowercase h.
Okay. Got it. Okay, and then at the where the N would be.
So it loops in the front ungated.
yes.
And then to get to the, like at the house, there's two big black doors that swing open.
And the garage is back there?
Yeah, the access to the garage is in the back. The driveway continues to
That's
the back.
pretty fun. I like that.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, it's fun.
Cool.
Maybe that's why they just wanted to have park in the front driveway. I don't know. No, but yeah, obviously I wouldn't be like, yeah, just fucking park there whenever you. But it's like, it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna be like, don't fucking do. I'm assuming these people are normal, and obviously I feel like we're blowing this way out of proportion.
I don't think
I've
we're
been having
blowing
a
it
lot
out
of
enough.
fun.
Sure, of course, but they're gonna go. They're normal people. I've talked to them. They're not like, holy shit. They're completely normal people, and I'm sure they're gonna go, oh, yo, my bad. James,
So the normal people and get out. Look at that fucking ended.
they're clearly not normal people.
Who?
The people in Get Out.
That's what I'm saying.
What? They appeared to be normal?
In the beginning. Could be
Okay.
swapping bodies over there.
Sure.
Stepford Wives.
But I'm assuming I'm going to give them the opportunity to come, hey, fuck, my bad, I heard you just heard we were, it's so-and-so. Whatever that story then tends to be,
What if they don't say anything?
I'm then going to approach them.
Let me ask you a quick question.
Yeah. I noticed while we were gone last week, there was a black SUV parked in my driveway for a couple hours. Do you know anything about that? And then if they say no, I go, oh, that's weird because they pulled out of my driveway right into your driveway. I just don't. I need more information from them.
Unless maybe they weren't home. That could be somebody casing the neighborhood. But even more,
who's going to park for hours casing the neighborhood?
Stop.
That's not how you case.
That's how you get into the conversation, not accusatory on them. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure it wasn't somebody, that knew we weren't home or maybe thought you weren't home or something like that. Just want to make sure everybody's safe in the neighborhood. Wouldn't want anything to happen to anybody. You know what I mean?
Sure. But I'm also going to then go
to give him one of these.
I'm also going to go to Raj. Talking to me.
Find out what that old fucker knows.
I'm fucking circling piano wire. Just, I don't want anything to happen to anybody. Nadine's behind me with
like our last neighbor
with a club. I'm going to go to Raj. Hey, did you end up recognizing that car? I'm not going to tell him I knew that it turned into the
Tell me what you know. You'll bust your hip.
Well, I'm going to go, do you know whose that was? Have you seen it there before? Whatever, and see what kind of info I get from him about that.
Breaks down, starts crying.
They made me do it.
Take out my wife, man. Jesus Christ.
No, obviously I think I would assume some sort of misunderstanding or one-off of something that happened. They seem like very nice people, both of our neighbors. So I assume.
Let's see what the homies think.
Sure. It is. I'm not going to sit here and say it wasn't startling. Like I said, I was like, what the fuck? This is just feels weird.
It's like the only parallel I can draw in my mind is like if you were out to dinner with someone and they took a bite off your plate without saying anything.
Yeah, imagine if you came back and someone, not even eating. Imagine if you came back from the bathroom and somebody was sitting at your table.
That's a great fucking parallel.
And then just left, and you were like, well, what the fuck? Why? Well, yes. What were you doing?
There are rules. We live in a society.
Man, he just went and sat at the table next to him. And you're like, was that a mistake? Are you drunk? Did you sit at the wrong table? Well, you just want to feel my chair? Your table's over here. Maybe it was a friend saying, hey, I'm at this table. Stop by table 72. Who knows? But it was this weird, just because I was so far away, and there was I'm getting information that's getting pieced together of I was I texted my friend. I'm like, it's just so random that you texted me about the car that moment. I would have never known.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This is the trappings of high-end curb appeal, man. Everyone wants a piece.
Everybody wants
just that cam too, so it goes off. Are you when you're notified?
Oh, I'm gonna put a whole nother cam.
Good.
Yeah. But the place is fucking rigged up pretty toot sweet.
Good.
Got a handful of cams out there, front, back, side. It just, you can clearly see you can see everything. I guess it just doesn't.
You get a plate number? Is it recorded?
It's recorded, yeah.
Interesting.
Uh-huh. So, I don't know. We'll see. Everything, I assume, like I said, it's just,
What do you genuinely think?
I don't think there's any.
I think it's such a weird. It's a move that lives in this weird, slippery,
unexplainable
area of society. Yeah. It's just,
now, my brain tells me is that ever since you've been living there, they've been fucking parking their car there.
But okay,
and they know you're not home.
Hold on, but why? It's further from their door. They have all of the stuff my driveway provides them of the fact that they could turn around and pull out or whatever. They have in their driveway.
Everybody wants what they can't have, man.
Their driveway is significantly bigger, and they park in their fucking. They have a barn type thing in the back. They park and they have a covered garage. Them doing that provides them zero. They could pull into their driveway and park the same. Because their house sits back a little.
Maybe
further.
They were having a party.
But then more than one. Dude, their driveway. I'm not even joking. Their driveway could fit 15, 20 cars.
Yeah, it's fucking weird, man. You can't be parking in other people's property.
Yes, I don't know.
As someone who doesn't respect property very much, it really does bother me.
Sure. It's just weird. And like I said, of course, we could assume all the negative, apply some sort of ill intent to it, which I don't think is the case.
I do.
But why?
I think there's treachery afoot.
But I just don't. There's no honest reason to why that I can.
Just to walk all over you a little bit.
So you're saying it's to flex on me. But then if you were going to do that while I'm there. That's the flex. Me not knowing isn't a flex. The flex is, yeah, that new guy that moved to the neighborhood, I park in his fucking car, I block him in. He's got to call me to leave. That's the flex. Parking in my driveway while I'm not there isn't a flex. It's weird.
If it happens again.
It's not going to happen again.
What if you...
I'm going down there for a week. And it's for sure going to come to a head when I get down there this weekend.
Nice.
It's happening as this drops.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let them come to me.
You gotta give them some good old fashioned Southern hospitality. You gotta sit on your front porch with an iced tea and a loaded shotgun.
Yeah, just staring at them.
Morning, neighbors.
I'm just standing at the fence drinking my coffee,
sharpening a knife like Stieglitz.
Yeah. I assume it's some sort of, I don't know, one-off or miscommunication. But if they were doing it, I would have seen them. There's no way we wouldn't have caught them once. It's just, dude. We've arrived at fucking midnight, in the afternoon, in the morning. Like, it's so sporadic. There's no way they would know.
I can't wait to find out what was going on.
We'll get there.
And how much Raj really knows.
That's another thing. But we'll figure it all out. But we got to wrap it up, gang.
Man.
Yeah.
Gang.
Suburban life.
We'll see you next weekend.
Peace.